All right, in this session we're going to go over the WordPress template structure. WordPress has a page template for just about everything, and they have an excellent hierarchy of which one gets used when and for what purpose and things like that. WordPress as a blog, for your posts, you have an archive, which lists a certain number of posts, usually with their excerpt. When you click one, you go to a single post. From a code standpoint, those are called archive and single. So we're going to use the term single to refer to a single item. It might be your staff member, it might be a department, it might be a post or a page. That is a single, and that's how you refer to it. On an archive page, you have what's called the loop. Well, every page has the loop. I tend to see it more often in archives because you're actually looping through multiple posts doing something on all of them. On the single, the loop just goes to get one and prints that stuff. So on the screen here, can everyone see it okay? And can anyone not see it okay? Okay, on the screen here, we're looking at the 2012 theme, which I hacked to be my own theme. The only hack I did is to rename it. So the theme name up here, I changed from 2012 to 2012 by Topher. And of course, I copied the entire theme from the 2012 folder to a new one called Topher. You can name it anything you want. The purpose is that I'm going to be making changes to this theme. I'm going to be adding files, I'm going to be tweaking original files, things like that. And I do not want it so that when I update to the new version of 2012 that comes out whenever, it doesn't blow away all my work. I would recommend that you guys do this. Just take the 2012 folder, copy it to something else, and edit the styles.css and change the name in any way you want. And boom, you have a whole new theme. So this is essentially 2012. And you can see, let's see if I can highlight. Right there I have archive.php. This is the template for your post archives. Then I also have page.php. That's the template for a single page. Then I have single.php, and that's the template for a single post. I'm going to take a look first at archive. All right. Up here at the top, we have a bunch of comments, which are not functionally used, really. There are plugins and apps that can use them, but they don't really mean anything. You don't have to have them if you don't wish. Then we have the function getHeader, which says to WordPress, go get all my header stuff that should be above archive. So your page header, your navs, all that stuff. Then starting right here is the code to render your archive. I'm going to zip to the bottom real quick and show you how it wraps up. There's getFooter, which is the other end of getHeader. It gets all your stuff in the bottom. There's getSidebar, which can do any number of things. It goes to get your sidebar and sticks it, in this case, after your content. You can position it with CSS to be anywhere. So then this is the bottom of your archive. So I just scrolled through all the code on the archive page. It starts right here and goes down to here, and that's it. So I'm going to go over real quick what this is actually doing. What we're going to do is much simpler than all this stuff. We're going to rip out almost all of this. So there's HTML to start your divs. Then it says if have posts. Have posts is an important function we're going to look at later. All it does is say, do we have any content to show on this page? It's getting the posts from WordPress's previous queries that does in getHeader, because this template page is on a certain page and it knows, okay, I am the archive page for this kind of content. Go get those posts. That's all up in getHeader. So we're saying if we have the posts, then print this HTML for the archive header. And then in the archive title, it does all this code to figure out what kind of title we should be printing. Because this is a blog posts archive, Are we doing daily archives? Are we doing monthly archives? Yearly? Nothing? What should we be printing here? Then below the title, again, we're saying if we have posts, then this is a codish way of saying for each of the posts we have, do this stuff. In this case, it's using the function called getTemplatePart, which is like including another file. There's another file out here called content, and we're going to go look at that in a minute. And it also passes an option called getPostFormat, which can say this content happens to be a video, so go get that content type. Then they run this function is proprietary to this theme, a hook for rendering stuff below the nav. Then this else is saying if we did not have posts, again, go get that content file, but pass it none, and it's going to do whatever it thinks it should do if you have no posts. So, if you're familiar with PHP already, getTemplatePart is very similar to the include function. It's saying go get a file with this name. This particular one is looking for content. So you can see right here we have content.